Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Tractors and Such. So, we're going to be working more on this Volkswagen. So, what we've been doing, we did a lot of stuff off camera. I'm just going to talk through it. I got a steering wheel on here. It ain't going to be permanently mounted like this, because I'll have to do some work so I can get the wiper switch on. I sadly broke the wiper handle, so we'll have to replace that. I got that coming in the mail. So, pull the headlight switch. I replaced one of them. I put a new one in it. Got this light working, and we also got that light working. All the tail lights working back here. I'm going to turn the key on. I got the headlights working. I'm going to do a left blinker. Works just fine. The right side works also. There's the right side. The brake lights do work, but I'm the only person right now, so I can't prove you that they work, but you're just going to have to take my word. They work. I'm gonna pull the hazards. I'll just turn that off. Turn the key off. So everything works. And I even put a license plate light on it, and it works also. I did put a new hazard switch in it because the other one broke. And I've even got a working dome light. That door over there is open. So, what my next thing is we're going to do, we're going to work on putting a heater in this thing. Okay, here's my heater. It's a cute little thing. It's only as big as the palm of my hand, really. It was cheap, and we're going to use it. It was the Temu special. Okay, so we got the heater in, and I got tubes ran to the heater channel. And it works. And we also ran new emission hoses to this bean can because it leaked gas. And I also got some goodies in the mail. We got some JBL speakers. We're going to put in this thing at some point. I don't know if it'll be in this video or not, but we'll figure something out. And I got a radio we're going to put in here. A Bluetooth radio with CarPlay. It supposedly is that. I also got a bunch of Volkswagen parts. What we got here? Got a shifter coupling. Because that in there is loose. Even got some seat belts. Because this needs seat belts and I don't have any. And I don't want to get pulled over without wearing a seat belt. Stickers. I'm assuming that goes on the seat belts. See, that's the bush and rain, or the clip. That is the emblem. It goes on the trunk lid. Not trunk lid, or the trunk itself. Bolts and nuts for seat belt. Some more of nuts and bolts. And this is the shifter bushing tube. We are going to eventually rebuild the shifter kit in here. Let's see what's in this box. That's the windshield wiper motor. Got a new windshield wiper motor for it. Feels awful light. Probably the wiper handle or the gear shifter itself. Yeah, that's the wiper switch. You got a seat belt. It's one of the old styles. Flip this up, stick that in there, and latch it. Pretty simple. Okay, so I got seatbelts in the car now. So I am completely legal now. Also, we got a new windshield put in this. And new rubber and new wiper blades on here. And now we're working on the visors. I got some new ones. They are black. So I'm going to put them in. Okay, so now we're putting the new wiper motor in. You take off the handles itself and these two nuts here, and there's one bolt down there right by the wiring harness on the wiper motor. Well, so now we're putting in the new windshield wiper handle and the new turn signal handle. Because I broke the windshield wiper handle, and the springs broke on the turn signal handle where it self-cancels. Okay, so the wipers now work. They work great. I got the battery disconnected right now, so I'm not going to hook up the battery and show the wipers work, but they do work. So that's good. And what I've got planned to do now is I'm going to go ahead and try to put a radio in here. I'm going to put some JBLs in here. This is the one that goes behind the dash. And these ones go right there. So that's going to be fun. So let's start unboxing this. We'll see what we can do to get these working. Alright. Let's open up these. I'm only going to use one of them because I gotta put it in the dash. All right. Got some instructions. Now I got the radio itself here. It just looks like a regular old car radio, or we're going to say regular old car radio, but it fits in the slot there. So it's got a screen on it. So that's my hand. We're doing some slight modifications to fit the radio in. And we got the radio and speakers in. Right there, we got one on the other side there. I got one behind the dash there. I ain't going to turn it on because due to copyright, but it does work and it sounds great. It's even got a screen displayed on there, like an actual screen for satellite navigation. We've got a bit of a snowstorm, so that's going to cut things back. And this is what I've been dealing with. I've been dealing with burning out condensers on this Volkswagen. So I got an electronic ignition I'm going to put in it. I put a blue Bosch coil in it. So I'm going to take this up to the house where it's nice and warm, and I'll see what I can do to put that in there. So I'm putting an electronic ignition in this. Right now it's got points. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the points out and I'm going to replace it with this. It's a magnetic pickup, and it comes with some bolts or screws. Here's your magnetic rotor that tells it's a fire. It goes over the points cam. It comes with stuff that you need to put it together with. So I'm going to go ahead and take the points out, get a Phillips head screwdriver, and just loosen that. Points comes right out. Now I want to get my electronic ignition module, or a pickup. I'll just call it a pickup. So it'll go in. Yeah, take this one screw out right here. I put all this together so I could know where everything went. So you see your wire hole right here, that's where your wire from your coil and your condenser went in. Well, all that goes in here is the wires for your electronic ignition. They just go in here. Okay, so it's the next morning. I put the electronic ignition pickup in the distributor. It's pretty simple. I got the rubber grommet in here that feeds your wires in. I also got the little plastic piece that holds the wires in on the side of the distributor with the screw. And now I need to put my washer on it that goes on your distributor shaft. And you got your magnetic rotor, just sits on top like this. And with this one I could luckily put the points cover on over it. I got the rotor. There we go. It spins. So we're gonna go put this on the car. Well, I got the distributor in. I had to take that little washer off that goes under the rotor, because, or under the magnetic pickup rotor, the black disc. I had to take that little washer out because the rotor itself that goes to the cap was sticking up too far above the notch where it grabs on. So I just took that out, and it starts up and it runs good. At the moment it does. I already adjusted the timing. And I took it back out and it don't hit nothing, so I guess it's fine. But I am going to start it up though, just to show you that it runs. We'll turn this off for safety. Alright, now let's go and start it. Neutral. G-bit code. Oh boy. Well, I have burnt up the ignition module. You can see it's melted. Well, I had to go back to points because electronic ignition pickup I keep getting, they kept burning up, and I just put one of the older blue Bosch coils in here that I had. I just put a resistor on it, and it fired up and it ran great, and so far it's still staying running. So apparently I need a resistor or a full-on, just a regular resistor coil, which I'm going to get tomorrow. So I'm going to fire it up here. Okay, so the bug's running now after putting that other coil in it, and it's a tractor coil, and it runs. It's a coil that I use in all the tractors that I have that don't have a resistor, and they still run points, so I just use one of them. It's so far running. I ain't drove it yet, but I got it on here on the lift still because I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the shifter while it's up here. It shouldn't be too bad, but we all know if I say if it shouldn't be too bad, it's going to be a nightmare. But so far, how to get that plate off is just held in by a Phillips screw. You got to take this plate off right here on the front of the car, right behind the bumper. Now I'm crawling under the front end of the car. There's 2 bolts holding this cover. So I'm going to take that out. Alright, I got the plate off. So let's now move inside. I gotta take my heater back off. Just set that over there. I'll tow you in. Ooh, a Phillips head screw. Got the cover off. I am taking the coupler out. Got a bolt right here, and you got a grub screw right there. It's kind of hard to film and do this at the same time, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it out of here. Now I'm going to take the shifter off. So I'm going to need both hands for this. Shifter's off. Now I can slide that out enough to pull that coupling out. got the shifting shaft out. There's a plastic bushing. It was disintegrated and it was broken into pieces. So if you can't see that little white speck in that right there, that little white part, that was broke. I put it in there. It didn't even take me but a second to do. And that little clip goes around the bushing part itself. On the outside part, the metal clip is, or not the metal clip, but the little clip. You put that on before you put that bushing in there. Okay, so I got the new shifter coupling in. You've got the new gear shifter. It goes through your gears. You can see it up there in the transmission. It does it also. So that's good. And it's a pretty firm feel. So now I gotta put all the covers back on. Okay, so I got all the covers on. I guess what I'm gonna do next is work on putting on the brand new parking brake handle. The other one's missing pieces. It's missing this button, and it's missing the shaft in here, I think it is. It's missing a lot of stuff, but we're gonna put this one in. Okay, so I got the parking brake handle in. Pull it up. Parking brake does work. So that's good. Guess we'll move on valve covers next. I've got me some of these empty chrome valve covers. They're bolt on, and these are leaking, and they've got rust holes in them. I've got the valve covers on, and I had to fix a fuel hose leak right here. Got the jump box in here, and right behind the seat here I got a fire extinguisher. We're getting ready to drive this thing to town. Alrighty, let's go. feeling so far it ain't leaking. Alright, we'll start again. Alright, so drove, no problems so far. It did great. There's still a lot to do to this thing, but that'll be in future videos. So I'm going to end it here. Thank y'all for watching this video of tractors and such. Now we're going to go with Paul with a devotion.
Today's devotion is Genesis 25, beginning at verse 19. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. And Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Pandam Aram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, and because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manners of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elders shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there was twins in her womb. And the first one came out red all over, while and hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took his hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter and a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of the venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sawed portage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said unto Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with that some of the red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and porridge and lentils, and he did eat and drank, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Thank you for watching Kate's video today. See you on the next posting.